Ready? Go. All right. In 2020, 5.4 million students, or 70%, took at least one online class. This came from online learning statistics. Now, the reason why they took online classes was because of COVID-19 during this time, and it really affected everybody. It didn't just affect people in college or high school students. It affected people from pre-K all the way to graduate level. Now, this really changed learning as a whole and how people learn. It changed the way they talk, it changed the way they communicate to their teachers, it changed the way that they get their information. Now, this is why I would like to talk about education and how it is changing throughout the last 5 years. It has changed so much, and it hasn't just changed from online learning. It has changed with new technologies, and it has changed with many other students trying to learn off of independency. Now, the reason why I'm talking about education is because growing up, I would always come in early with my dad, who is in education. I would come in early and I would just be around a lot of education, of course. And he is a teacher and a principal. So being around this, it really shows that I would really like to go into education, and it is something that I would really like to do. So, learning has really drastically changed throughout, and the two ways it has changed is face-to-face, of course. Face-to-face has really evolved into something more where the teacher helps, but they guide you throughout online. So it's not personally like online learning, but you're still getting guided throughout with the teacher's help. Now, there's many ways that this can really be beneficial. It can help you learn more, it can help you get more material in a shorter period of time, but there are also ways that it can have negative effects, like sitting in a chair for 40 minutes, probably most students don't have that much attention span, but there are many ways that people or other people have came up with to prevent this. This can include fidget toys, taking short breaks just to help them, learn more, and it can really just help people focus on what they need to learn. Purdue is a very large university, and they say this on their website. Technology is a powerful tool that can support and transform education in many ways, from making it easier for teachers to create instructional materials to enabling new ways for people to work together. This came from Purdue's website. Now, this shows how many people learning can really have a good effect with technology and learning throughout all of technology and what it has for people. Now, I would like to move on to online learning, which is a whole different thing, especially after COVID, with a lot of people affecting online learning. There is a lot of benefits to online learning, but there's a lot of downsides as well. This can include self-independence. You're trying to teach yourself whenever you're online. You're not trying to learn off a teacher, or it's more of just you focusing on what you're trying to learn. And this can really help you, but it can also not help you as well, because you might not have as good as grades, but you're also helping yourself by becoming very self-sufficient. And this can be very good for if you have a job or anything just in the real world where you have to depend on yourself. You're not going to have people guiding you through life. You're going to have to depend on yourself throughout life. In an article by Nora Fleming, she interviews a student, and this is a 10th grade student. And the student says, "The reason I enjoy online learning is because of the opportunity to structure my day efficiently." She says, "I am able to work out, relax, and complete the work in a timely manner with no distractions. This really shows that online learning can also help with like your day. Throughout your day, you might be learning different things and you might be doing a whole bunch of different things, but you also have to focus on learning. So it can really hurt you if you're, say, in a classroom all day and then you have to go home and you have homework but you also have other stuff to do. Say it's with sports or you're in the band or you have other stuff to focus on. Online learning can really help you put your own time in and make your own schedule, which can be very self-sufficient as well. Albert Einstein once said, education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Online learning and face-to-face is evolving into something very different. They're going two different ways, but we also need to focus on these two different ways and learn off them to further our education in education. Throughout this, I have discussed how education and the landscape has changed throughout everything and how education has really had a turning point. I hope you learned a little more on education throughout my speech, and online learning really is the future to what we will be learning forever.